Does Hayes have any idea that he's on the most scenic train journey in the world? Nope. I'm Steph.
And I'm Pete.
And that's our 2-year-old son Hayes. We were selected by AIRBNB to travel the world for a year, calling a new destination home for a month at a time.
Follow along.
Good morning from Kandy. We have just spent a few days here, but now we are going to catch a train to Nuwara Eliya. We're going to spend a night there, and then we're going to catch another train to Ella. So this video will be that journey and what we get up to, so I hope you enjoy. First we have to make it to the train station. The traffic here has been horrendous.
We just got going from Kandy to Nuwara Eliya, and we were going backwards for about 30 minutes, which really freaked us out because, you know, it's just no fun going backwards. And we just got to a station called Waterfall, and we just switched directions. So things are looking up. It's looking great.
And I've had 4 Oreos.
We're moving backwards again. Apparently the chair is twisted around. Don't understand why we didn't do this earlier.
We're now like an hour in, maybe more.
What happened?
The whole thing is widely regarded as one of the, if not the most scenic train journey in the whole world. That's because as you are on the train, you're traveling through tea plantations, between babbling creeks, mountains, really high up. It's just unbelievably beautiful. And we're here, I think, just after rainy season, so everything is just green and lush and wonderful.
I've been waiting for the fallout in the middle of the night.
Started in the 1840s, I think. It was started by European coffee producers who wanted a faster way to get it from Kandy to Colombo for export. Eventually the British came and changed it to wheat plantations, but that's the origins of the train.
This dynamite castle, you and me will be alright.
As far as what it's like on the train, we booked first class, which means our windows don't open. A little bit less atmospheric, but I got a little bit panicky and thought it would be easier with Hayes to not try to keep him from getting out of the window for 6 to 7 hours on a train. The nice part is you can wander to the back and kind of get a sense of those characters and see it and look out the doors. I don't know what else I was supposed to say.
It's beautiful no matter what.
It's beautiful. Also, I don't think I've filmed it, but there's like plenty of snacks. We've had a samosa, we've had a roti, Hayes had a bun of some sort, we've had tea, we were offered peanuts, we were offered oranges, Snickers, what else?
You said peanuts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, plenty of food, lots going on. A+ train experience.
Oranges.
I said oranges. Does Hayes have any idea that he's on the most scenic train journey in the world? Nope. Oh. I thought he was actually looking out the window.
Sorry, where have we just arrived?
We're in Athens. Very, very fancy.
Guys,
a lot of tea.
The guy in the front is a window hog.
What's that?
The guy in the front is
He's
hogging
such
the
a
front.
window hog. Yeah, he's
He
really.
was not taking any hints.
He's on. Like, maybe get off the train, sir. Tell us how you really feel, Si.
Okay, we just arrived in Nuwara Eliya. This hotel has some ghost town vibes, but let me show you the view. Well, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the veranda.
To our English country home, but in Sri Lanka.
So that's the view. This is the view from the living room and from all 3 bedrooms, including Hazy's.
So we're in Nuwara Eliya and we are going to the Grand Hotel, which is famous for their high tea. Nuwara Eliya was a favorite hill station town for the Brits. And yeah, you can certainly see the mark that they left.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
And you get to see the fountain. Should I go see the fountain?
Any closer?
Thank you so much. This is just the starter, right? Mister, what's your first
We don't need like everybody talking about the tea.
Go on.
We've got you.
Let's okay.
Hazy, what are we going to do?
One Postman Pat. Oh, one Postman Pat.
I just led us to one of Nuwara Eliya's biggest landmarks. Drum roll.
It's not that giant dude behind you.
The post office.
Whose house is that, Hayes?
A Postman Pat.
Who?
Postman Pat.
Should we go try and see if he's there?
Yeah.
Pete feels like a sense of ownership here.
Love it. We still haven't found Postman Pat though.
Keeping it real here in Nuwara Eliya with the Pizza Hut for dinner.
And a nice glass of beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Our breakfast is arriving. We've got egg curry, we've got pol sambal, we've got dal. I think he's bringing up some string hoppers. It's a beautiful day. We got a beautiful view. We're gonna go check out a waterfall and then we have a 12:30 train to Ella.
Waterfall. That's cute, isn't it? Where is it?
Here.
We just climbed up to see the Lover's Leap waterfall. Climbed up. I mean, we took a rickshaw up most of the way, and then we just hiked about 200 meters. But it's beautiful. Oh wow.
We're back on the train again today. We got on at Nuwara Eliya and we're headed to Ella. And it's beautiful and amazing as always, but honestly, so far, and we're like 4 stops away from Ella, yesterday was more spectacular.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
All amazing, but of the 3 legs we've done, Colombo to Kandy, that was like oh, I didn't expect this to be beautiful, and it was really beautiful. So I almost loved that the most because of the unexpectedness.
Agreed.
But Kandy to Nuwara Eliya was incredible.
Incredible.
This is also incredible, but my favorite would be yesterday.
The vibes are different today. Very like misty, like very
those
Heathcliff on the
vibes?
Moors. Yeah, that's vibes. There are other vibes.
We'll tell
catch
you
up
about
on
that
those
later.
Bye-bye.
And our Airbnb is beautiful. We'll show you in a little bit. The vibes that Sai was referring to on the train, what were those vibes, guys?
There was a man sitting. Wow, we have to go back for this story. So basically, I don't know if you remember from the video from yesterday, the seats in the train flipped. So when we got into the train today in Nuwara Eliya, some of the seats had been flipped, but not all of them. So it was a bit of a mishmash. And we were trying to figure out the best configuration. We weren't sitting in the same seats that we were before. And anyway, we managed to like turn our seats around. We're going in the right direction. Sai's not gonna get nauseous. Everything's looking good. But the seats in front of us, we've left unturned. And inexplicably, there was also like a MacBook Pro in one of them. So we were just like, what is going on? Did I think about stealing it? Maybe. But later, about like in half an hour into the trip, this guy comes from out of nowhere and kind of like slinks into the seat, and he's facing Hayes, who's sitting there watching Peppa Pig, and
Wearing a mask.
Wearing a mask at the time.
Oh, but Hayes was wearing a mask watching Peppa Pig.
Oh, Hayes was wearing a mask wearing Peppa Pig.
Watch for this wire right here.
We're also walking on a train track.
This is the best time to tell you this story.
And so he sits down, and we offer to turn the seats, and he's like very flustered because, you know, overgrown child who comes back and the whole room's moved and he can't really figure it out. So he's like getting frustrated at himself, and it's being expressed outwardly to people around him. And we offer to move it twice. Pete actually offers to help him move it twice. And then he's like, no, I'm actually fine with it. Like, okay.
He had a knee tattoo that said Renegade in capital letters, which is all you need to know about this dude.
And then he lets his mask slip under his nose, and Steph texts the thread.
No, under the chin. It was
Under the chin.
off.
And so Steph texts the thread being like, hey, do you think we should like say something to this guy? And then Pete gets right to it and is like, hey, do you mind like putting your mask up? And this man-child, like fit of rage, goes, I forget what he even said. He just went off.
He said it's none of Pete's business if he wears his mask. And is there any rule, which I'm pretty sure there is on Sri Lankan Railways. Anyway.
Truly an awful person. And then he goes, actually, I would like help to move this around. And I wouldn't be facing your child anyway if you didn't move my seat. Like, no, sir, nobody moved your seat. We moved ours. There's a difference. And and then we finally got him to sit the other way around. And Hayes had at one point maybe thrown a bit of samosa in his direction, which did, funnily enough, land on him. And once he gets turned around, decides to turn back and say, and I'd really appreciate it if your kid didn't throw bits of food at me. And it's like, dude, there's a reason why you're facing the other direction now. Anyway, so that was that. So the vibes were off.
So, in conclusion, wear your mask.
Anyway, we have 2 nights here in Ella. But in conclusion, I would say we have rated, we all are in agreement, right? On the train? Yeah, if you can only do one leg of the Kandy to Ella train, we would suggest Kandy to Nuwara Eliya. After that, our favorite leg was actually Colombo to Kandy, and then Nuwara Eliya to Ella was our 3rd favorite. They're all incredible, but our ranking is that.